Okay, looks like we're ready, so let's do another episode of PSVR2 game show. Right, hello everyone, we are here, welcome everyone in the chat already. So welcome to Amnesia Pete, Ace Diaz, nice to see you, Matt C929. Thanks for joining in, we're doing another episode of PSVR2 game show. We started yesterday, it was alright, it went alright. It's about half hour to 1 hour show. I'm gonna do it in between my gaming live streams. So I'm planning to live stream much more than I was because I've got my new YouTube room ready. It is in the garage, so I'm not waking up my wife, my baby. I can just stream more games and this one. Thanks, Mati. Perfect start for the weekend. Hello, Elimua. How you doing? So, today's on the agenda, we've got some info about Aces of Thunder. Saying some info, we're gonna talk about the studio, what they're up to now, and what that means for the game itself. Earlier on, I published, who else is in the chat? Jace SUNVUREHEs. Am I ready? Nice, right? So I mentioned that we're gonna talk more about Switchback and its patch, so we're gonna mention that in the show. And also there's a cool article about how well the PlayStation VR2 launch went and how big the PSVR2 market share, Sony's VR market share got already. So yeah, quite few interesting topics. We see how it goes. We're gonna maybe, before we start, I want to give shout out to the message regarding the Zero Caliber. Ace Diaz mentioned it in the comment section. You can just see it here. I spoke to the developers of Zero Caliber and they tell me that they are playing the beta on the PSVR2. So stay tuned. Something good is coming. Yeah, so Zero Caliber, I'm kind of losing hope. I need to move my microphone a bit closer to my face. I kind of losing hope in this game actually ever releasing. But who knows? Maybe it will happen. Ever releasing on PSVR1, I think they give it a go. They released one of their games, so yeah, we see. Grim Rosborough, hey Paul, cause you put a video out at dinner time this evening, I bent my pizza. Nice. Nothing better than bent pizza. Because of me, Ayob, bad robo. So yeah, Zero Caliber we see. But what I want to start from is the... maybe let's begin from the Switchback. Should we do that? No, let's speak about War Thunder, because there's some interesting info about this game come out. We're gonna talk about Aces of Thunder, but in order to talk about it, we need to talk about War Thunder, basically, because it's the same studio doing it. Also, Ayob Morris, I've been listening to the advice. You wanted me to kind of tidy up the screen from yesterday so you can see what I'm talking about without stuff being scattered on the screen. So let me know what you think now. Okay, so let's begin maybe from the... okay, here we are. We're gonna start talking about Aces of Thunder and maybe what the developers are doing. You are like Half-Life Alyx, I assume, of the good ports taking so long, not coming out because of mods. I don't know why it's not coming. The rumor saying it is coming, maybe it's gonna come at Christmas time, I don't know. So we're gonna talk about this here. War Thunder developers apologize following backlash over the game economy. So I want to talk about it because it's something what they kind of like got emergency work to do now, which might mean the Aces of Thunder is not being developed maybe as fast as they want to, especially that they also working on another game. If you heard of Modern Warships, they porting this to PC, but we're gonna talk about it easily. And also maybe it's gonna give us an idea what we can expect from Aces of Thunder, because this game is free to play, so we can expect maybe what the Gaijin Entertainment doing about the game's economy. So let's just start from this story maybe. The developers of the popular online combat simulator War Thunder, Gaijin Entertainment, have recently drawn criticism over perceived pay-to-win mechanisms in their games. It's not perceived, it was kind of like happening, I think. Basically, well, let's read about it. The game's economy system, where players earn silver loins and golden eagles through gameplay and real-world purchases, respectively, has come under scrutiny. Critics argue that Gajin has deliberately augmented the effort or grind required for free-to-play players to earn those currencies, thus disappropriately, if I'm reading it right, favoring players who spend real-life money. Heightening players' dissatisfaction, Gajin's recent decision to increase vehicle repair cost has further burdened players, compelling them to earn more silver loins. Many see this move as an attempt to pressure them into spending real-world money to expedite their game progression. This discontent has resulted in surge of negative reviews on Steam. So let's go to Steam page. So this is, I bring it up here because this showing off-topic activity as well, which is basically the reviews that Steam, what are you playing on lately, Bad Robo? Lately, I've been playing Discordia. I just finished episode 1, I'm starting episode 2, and then I'm gonna do episode 3 for the review next week. I'm hoping to get Operation Wolf as well to review it on time, but I don't know if I'm getting key for that or not. Now, coming back to this, so Steam kind of like hiding the reviews, but this is what's happened when the developer updated the economy. In one day, they've had 116,000 negative reviews. And look at that, this is their all-time graph from when the game released as early access. So that's pretty bad. And then eventually it's gone up because, well, the developer kind of apologized, but we go to it. So yeah, I wanted to bring it up because it's something what might happen in Aces of Thunder as well. But anyway, Gajin Entertainment, the publisher and developer of military online action games and, oh no, wait, that's the wrong thing. So, negative reviews with long-term players decrying what they see as Gajin's profit-driven practices, such as the introduction of overpowered vehicles and high-price premium asset. Those players argue that the game's profitability has shifted to center on the use of premium vehicles or content, creating a significant imbalance in gameplay. So they responded previously, but that response drew criticism, so then they have to apologize. And basically what they're saying is, we deeply regret the fact that our actions had let you down and that we have failed to adequately address the concerns you have voiced over time. The developers assured players that they had been carefully analyzing the feedback received and agreed with player concerns about the game's economic balance and modification research. Gajin Fuden revealed that they were formulating a plan to resolve those issues and expected to provide more detailed roadmap by June 14th. So, as you can see, as of now, they have to kind of work on this, and I'm assuming this is kind of emergency work they have to do. So, I could only think maybe the Aces of Thunder, what it means for Aces of Thunder, it might mean the Aces of Thunder development might be bit slowed down. Especially that, like I said, they working on another thing, and this is, here you are, Gajin Entertainment and Artstorm join forces to provide ultimate military action game experience. And basically what they're doing is PC version of Modern Warships would be the first result of this strategic partnership. So they working on porting Modern Warships to PC as well. So they definitely got a lot going on, especially with those negative reviews. Look at that, people just was so unhappy. Being kind of, the center of the attention, so they had to do something about that first. So let me know what you're thinking, but to me looks like maybe Aces of Thunder, the lack of info we've had lately, might be because of the issues the developer having, the bigger issues maybe that they have to solve. Okay, so what are you playing lately? Yeah, I said that. Do you play Pavlov? Erimua, I don't like playing online games. I played it a bit just for the review of the Gunstock, but playing online is definitely something I not engage too much. I'm more of a single player story-driven games. Hello, good to see you live again, my friend. Hello, Rigios Pantelon, that drunk gamer. Hey up, long time not seen. Can't wait for Aces of Thunder. Yeah, same here. Now coming back to the Angry Lisbo, more excited for Project Wingman myself. Yes, Project Wingman gonna be proper game. I think it's got multiplayer now, but also it's got about 25 story missions, and they pretty epic. Talking about set pieces, Project Wingman definitely got them. Cool kitchen ads, yes. That's because I'm a chef, so I'm always looking some kitchen stuff for work. But anyway, so what that brings me to as well is the economy of Aces of Thunder themselves for PlayStation VR2 version. This game will be free to play, and just like with War Thunder, the free to play players might see a lot of grind in order to progress. And also, of course, if they stick with this economy as they got in War Thunder, it looks like pay to win mechanics might be the case. But maybe because of the big backlash, thanks Badrobo, big backlash they've had from the PC players, maybe the economy itself in the Aces of Thunder going to be nice. We shall see, but it's going to be free to play. When it comes to Aces of Thunder as well, I know there will be some dogfights, but I hope it's not gonna be just like this open play sea, flat sea. I would like to see some nice maps, with some mountains, some facilities, some tunnels you can fly through. We see what the developer gonna do. But yeah, so that's the info regarding Aces of Thunder. And the RMC Nail 245. Imagine they did a Terminator game for PSVR2. Well, yeah, that would be pretty epic. Did you saw the Robocop flat game? That would be cool in VR as well. Ace Diaz, I want to play Zero Caliber on PSVR2. Well, like you said, maybe soon we're gonna hear something. I'm following them as well, so once they officially announce something, I will be doing new video straight away. So now we're gonna move into our another story of today, and what I want to talk about is, what am I want to talk about? I need to have a look. Oh yeah, we're gonna move on. Maybe let's talk a bit about Sony itself and PlayStation VR2, and then we're gonna end with the Switchback VR. But what I want to talk about is here. So this is Display Daily website, and they showing global XR, AR and VR headset, augmented reality and VR headsets, shipments, market share in Q1 2023. Q1 is when PlayStation VR2 released and sold a lot of copies, a lot of units straight away. Of course, half of this market belongs to Meta, as you can see, but Sony kind of biting back with its release of PSVR2. They regained some of it back, so now they got 32%. Now, of course, Meta will be releasing Quest 3 very soon, but I'm assuming we've got a lot of stuff to see from Sony as well. The reason we're not seeing it yet, as you know, Sony and Microsoft, they are entangled in this battle, and they all holding their cards very close to their chest. So any big announcements, any big games, they kind of try not to show it. Sony trying to show that if Activision is bought, they're gonna be doomed, and Microsoft trying to show how good Sony is, and that's why they're buying Activision. And that's why Sony itself not showing how good they are themselves, just for, I'm assuming once the court and everything is sorted, then we will see more. Right, before I start talking more, let's check out the comment section. Synapse too short. Many people says that yes, it is. It's great mechanic. It's super cool game. I hope it gets some sort of DLC. The game I played today, Discordia, that was like 7 hours long, episode 1. But it's totally different game, so maybe some of you might not enjoy it, but Synapse definitely got all the super high quality elements, but it is too short. Grim Rosbro, are you really a chef, or are you saving nice for the zombie apocalypse? Both. I got amazing knives, amazing collection for knives. And Matt says 32% market share, well done Sony. Definitely, that is a big, especially that PSVR2 launch now. So let's go back to this article, let's read it. So of course, the market itself kind of shrink, but that's because Meta Quest 2, I think, not selling as well anymore, but PSVR 2 makes notable debut. So let's talk about it. Meta nevertheless secures the pole position as the best-selling XR headset brand during the first quarter of 2023. Attributed to the enduring appeal of its Quest 2, this VR headset has sold 18 million units to the cumulative 20 million units of the entire Quest series shipment by Q1 2023. It's pretty crazy that Quest sells better than Xbox. That's where we are at the moment. In a bid to keep the sales engine firing, Meta cut the price of Quest 2 following last year's price hike, making the headset more accessible to masses. Meta revealed plans for Quest 3 debut later this year, fueling expectations of sales boost. Now, this is where it gets interesting. However, a shift was observed in Meta's market share, which sagged to 49% in Q1 2023, marking a low point since the Q4 2022 launch of Quest 2. So that's because of PSVR 2, they got some market back. The dip coincides with the release of Sony's PSVR 2, the long-awaited successor to its 2016 PlayStation VR. The PSVR 2 release steered significant increase among Sony's loyal gaming audience, propelling Sony to secure second place in the market with 32% share. The new device also surpassed its predecessor by shipping 1.2 times more units in its debut quarter. Now let's talk about all the, I don't even know what is this DPVR headset. Trailing behind Meta and Sony Pico and DPVR claimed the third and fourth spot with 7% and 6% market shares respectively. Pico Performance experienced a setback in quarter one with 38% drop in shipments. That's a big drop. And that's probably thanks to PSVR 2 as well, despite previous improvements following its acquisition by ByteDance, TikTok parent company. DPVR meanwhile faced a 40% decline in its shipments during the same period due to delays in order placements by its educational partner. Okay, so this is some educational VR headset, what, well, must be doing well. Looking at the broader 2023 landscape, it is a year marked by launches of next-generation VR headsets with Sony PSVR 2, DPVR's E4 and HTC Vive's XR Elite. Still in the spotlight, packed with advanced technology and features, those headsets bear price tags around or exceeding 500, which might influence their market traction depending on perceived value among consumers. So, definitely good news for all of us PlayStation VR 2 owners. Okay, what we got here, the chats in the chat. When someone does some software to make PSVR 2 work on PC, Quest is dead. Well, you can actually pre-order it now. VRY doing it. You can pre-order the driver for PSVR 2. Still taking them a while, but it might happen soon. Dadron Gamer, anyone else notice Synapse had like dead spot play in the sticks when you try and move slowly? Oh, well, you know what? I never tried to move slowly in that game, but I'm gonna check it out. It turns all of the sudden, kind of like pushing a button but with a stick. Oh, just me then. Right, I see. Hope they will be Blood and Truth 2 for PSVR 2. Well, PlayStation on done working on some online game, what is flat, but maybe somebody do it. I would love to have Blood and Truth 1 with PSVR 2 graphics, that would be great as well. I hope Sony ports Astrobot to PSVR 2, same here. I'm not getting rid of my PSVR 1 till they do. And Andy, thanks, love your videos, thanks, I appreciate that. Speaking about Astrobot, yeah, my PSVR 1 lost sound in it. It's not outputting any sound. But it's a great game. It still looks better than many PSVR 2 indie titles we've got, just to talk about it. But yeah, it would be awesome if we had all those games, ported to PSVR 2. They are Sony's properties. It would be nice if they did it. That Room Gamer, I'm gonna have to check out the Synapse and see and try to move slow. I've been running and gunning everyone. Right, so I want to move on to the another story. Well, this is like a feature maybe, let's say. I want to talk about the Supermassive Games. Wait, where is it? So this is their update and what to expect in the patch, and I want to talk about this patch because it's very, very possible that this patch will be releasing this week. Wait, no, next week, that's it. Next week. So let's first talk about it and see what's in this patch. So let's remind ourselves what's been said, what we get in. We are reaching out today to provide an update regarding Switchback VR. At present, the development team for Switchback VR remain hard at work creating a new patch for the game. This will be a larger update that not only addresses various reported issues, but also includes additional improvements to deliver enhanced experience for all players. We have heard your feedback and requests for more information about the patch, and would like to confirm that the following fixes and improvements will be included. So let's have a look what we've got. Fixes for blurred, low resolution visuals. So it's been happened to some people. For some of you, the faces of the characters wasn't loading, or everything just been very low quality, kind of like PSVR1 game. So they're gonna fix that. Fixes for textures and assets popping. Now this is something what's happened to me loads. I've had so much popping during my playthrough, so nice that this is gonna be addressed. Now, greatly reduced loading times. So this is yet again made people think that this is a PlayStation VR1 game, because how long the loading times was when the game was running, of course, on PlayStation 5, which featured super fast solid state drive, and it looked like the developers wasn't utilizing it at all. And I don't know, you remember any time you died and then suddenly you know, you have to wait for loading screen. Okay, before I carry on, let's come back to the chat. Will Blade and Sorcery be in PSVR2? Itay Bariev, I spoke about this game just yesterday in my PSVR2 game show. It's on the roadmap in the section yet to be defined, but it is on the developer roadmap, so we shall see. That don't get Coleman, I know I'm not crazy, just played Hubris and that was really smooth on the sticks. Right, I see. Waiting for the update for Switchback to play again was pretty blurry. Yeah, I think some people even had issues. I think the developer stated the one screen rendered properly, another one was like really low resolution, like it was weird. So many people had really big issues with this game. Paul, I'm waiting for you to finally invite Brian on your show. I want to see you spit at the camera and swear at each other. He will never enter this show. That's what I say. It did take long time to reload. No problem, Itay. Parole to fanboy to have objective viewpoint. And the RMC Nail 245. I'm trying to read your names here, right? Sometimes I fail. Can't wait to play Arizona Sunshine 2. I definitely gonna have to feature this game on one of episodes as well. But anyway, okay, so see, I wanted to have everything on screen here and I still done it wrong. Wait, where is my window here? Oh no, it's not bad. It's actually here what I've been talking about. So now what I gonna talk about. I come back to our chat in a second. Here, this is something what I had issues, and in my review as well. Enhancements to visuals, visual effects, and lighting. So to me was, you know, when the fire was happening and there was a lot of it, it was kind of like a flat texture on the wall, and even the lighting itself was pretty flat. Definitely didn't felt like next-gen virtual reality game, so they're gonna improve that as well. And also they're gonna improve is the textures and environment assets. So once again, this going back to people thinking it's PSVR1 game, because some textures was very low resolution, let's say, and some assets was very last gen, or even like PS3 area or PS2. So what they're doing is introduction of fidelity, FX, super resolution, FSR, nice, and foveated rendering. So I hope this foveated, they didn't mention eye tracking here, but I hope that's what they mean. So I hope they're gonna utilize eye tracking for weighted rendering, so we should see much better visuals. Okay. Is this the freshest PSVR news in the video? Somebody, I don't know what you're laughing at here. Parole, right, okay. Regos Pantheon, what did I miss without Parole? We not speak of them here. Paul always has the newest and solid info on PSVR2, no competition. Totally agree. Michel Mati, must have, alright, must have a flight sim, I get it. Good to see you live for your from your old garage. Thanks, yeah, this is here, it's all done. So I've had old YouTube room in the old house, then we moved house. All the rooms was kind of close together, so I couldn't do live streams at all because I was like next to my wife's bedroom in the spare room and my daughter's bedroom, so it was impossible. But now our garage is like downstairs far away, so I can do it. So what they're saying is the game wasn't quite ready to release, but Sony said fix it later. Perhaps, yes. Or maybe they themselves was rushing it. James made it live. Hello James, welcome here. Nice to see you. So we're gonna now carry on talking about the Switchback. So what they said back then is the patch is now nearing the end of its development and we plan to release it as soon as it's ready. Our current aim is to release the patch at the end of June. Of course, now we know this didn't happen with the exact release date yet to be confirmed. We will share another update on our social media channel with the confirmed release date when available. So please look out for this in the near future. Creating a patch of this scale and scope takes time, and we want you all know that we sincerely appreciate your continued patience and understanding while development remains ongoing. We understand that this process is taking longer than anticipated and want to ensure you all that your voices and feedback throughout this period are being heard. The Switchback VR team are determined to ensure that your gameplay experience following the deployment of this patch exceeds all your expectations, and we cannot wait to share it with you once it is ready. We have a lot planned for the game in the future and we hope that you will join us on Inferno's ride very soon. So that's what they said then, but of course we know we've had this update about it and that's why I'm bringing it here today, because it looks like the patch releasing tomorrow. Okay. Oh, sorry Paul, what's without Parole? Yeah, who are they? Graham Lisbo, you will have loads of space for room scale now, eh? Bon, definitely, yeah. That's why it's a bit echoey. So I've got the things to go on wall, those sound absorbing foam, whatever it is, just to make it less echoey, because I don't want to have nothing behind me, I just want space, very minimalistic. I want space to play. Okay, Wall Versa says Switchback should hopefully work on bringing Rush up with the buzz around it with Switchback. Odd situation, but I should they do something cool. Now, I would love for original Rush of Blood to be included in the patch. That would be cool. That would be something what would be making them redeem themselves really, really good. So I would be looking forward. Hi from Montreal. Hello Serge. Hello from Serge. Hello Montreal. How's weather down there in Canada? Now, Dadron Gamer says patch tomorrow. I doubt it, but very highly possible next week. When are you doing live games again, Paul? Once something new comes out. So I'm reviewing. I might do the Operation Wolf when it's out. I don't know if I'm getting key, but I'm gonna try to live stream it at least. I'm playing Discronia, but it's not, maybe let's say, the greatest game to be... oops, I'm trying to get the Switchback thing here on screen for you and I keep moving my prepared backgrounds. Well, it's not... oh, there you go. Yeah, so Discronia is not maybe the best to stream because it's a visual novel. So that was the update, of course. We are reaching out today with a quick update about the patch for Switchback VR. As we know that many of you are eagerly anticipating its release, in our last update we mentioned our aim to release the patch before the end of June. Regrettably, this will not be possible, however we only anticipate a short delay. The patch is now complete, but needs time for the necessary testing and submission process to take place. Our aim is for the patch to be released within the next few weeks. So that was on 29th of June, which makes me think it might be coming next week, which will be kind of like a middle of July. Our continued patience and understanding during your continued patience and understanding during this final stage is greatly appreciated, and we look forward to welcoming you back on Inferno's ride. So we see. Now let's go back to comments. Grimleys, bro, I hate being so old. I remember Operation Wolf the first time. Now I remember playing it on NES. I don't remember playing it in arcades. I think I was too young. Plus, back then, 80s in Poland, it was Soviet Union, so there was no stuff like that available for anyone. And then 90s, it's when all the imports started coming. But I play Operation Wolf on NES and I loved it. That Room Gamer, crazy to have game I played on NES come to virtual reality. Definitely. Do you stream on Twitch or YouTube? But Robo, I only stream on YouTube. So speaking about Operation Wolf, let's bring up the trailer because just check it out. So what's happening, why I want to bring up the trailer is, wait, where is my trailer? Go back trailer. Okay, it's here. So that's the game, how it used to look like. And it used to look great. Just look at it. Those pixel art graphics are amazing. And I'm not gonna say it's like a, let's say, bad graphics, but it's a very safe graphics they doing because it's the graphics. They want to run the game on standalone VR basically. But the pixel art in VR is kind of possible, as Pixel Ripped showed us. I would love for them to release like a update, I'm already thinking of update, with like a pixel art filter for the game. If that's gonna happen or not, I don't know, but definitely, just for nostalgia reasons, I'm excited to play this game again. So let me know what you think about those graphics. I think they had to go with it, they had no choice because of course the game gonna come out on Quest as well. Can't blame them because of course Quest, as you saw at the beginning of the video, still have half of a market share, but PSVR2 not doing too bad. That Room Gamer, same here. Played in arcades, miss them a lot, cool place to go and chill. I remember my game in arcades, what I play loads. Nobody ever play. I couldn't get to Mortal Kombat because all the big kids was playing Mortal Kombat. There was no way I could get there. It was same with Killer Instinct, but I played Virtua Fighter loads. And there was a way when if you beat the game, you could have played again, and I used to do that. And also, I don't know if any of you remembers this game, Star Gladiators. I remember this massive, that was one of the biggest arcade cabinets in arcades, with a proper seat, massive screen. Nobody been playing it. I used to love playing it. I beat it so many times. Regios says, hopefully this game is long. Let me just switch off the sound here from the trailer. It distracts me a bit. Hope it is at least decent. Operation Warcade was alright on PSVR1. Definitely, yeah, Operation Warcade was heavily inspired by Operation Wolf. But Robo, what are you talking about, Paul? I played Operation Wolf Arcade when I was 12, in Poland, of course. Yes, maybe. But when was that? What year? Give me the year, Bad Robo. Wolverza, Wolf looks good for beginners too. Stationary shooter to keep motion sickness away, for sure. Yeah, those big kids. Bad Robo play, coming back to Bad Robo here because he played Operation Wolf in Poland or arcades. Give me the name of arcades, give me the city and tell me what year. I love to know things like that. I never had a chance play it in arcades, definitely not in the 80s, but I was too young, maybe it was there, and I just can't remember, I was like 5 by then. But yeah, going to arcades was some cool times, especially when some cool new games was releasing. And first time when I saw Virtua Fighter 3, what year was that, when I saw it, 97, 96, I don't know, something like that, I can't remember now properly, maybe it was 96. I don't know, but it blew my mind. And the Virtua Fighter 3 farter. Can you imagine the game about the farter? Virtua Fighter 3 cabinet, the game itself, the difficulty level they set up was super high, so it was a bit expensive. That Room Gamer remembers in arcades 85, 87. You should have Mortal Kombat at the big keys. I would stand no chance. Right, okay, so... Okay, but Robo, I'm older than you, I guess, in 94, I guess. Oh, right, I see. 94 in Poland, nice. I was 94, I was 10 years old. So, right, that concludes today's show. I'm trying to keep it like half hour to an hour, not too long, just so we can chat about the games. And of course, eventually I'm gonna live stream some games. But just reminder, this show gonna be for us to chat easily. While for live streams, I'm gonna have comments in my ears switch off. When I play games, well, I will check comments every now and then, on the screen. But definitely I want to have different VR experience playing games, streaming them that I did, let's say, last generation. It kind of distracts you a lot. Rigos, thank you again, Paul, for the freshest PSVR news in the village. You're welcome, no problem. So this is gonna be our show to chat, and live stream's gonna be for me maybe to play and you to watch. And I still gonna try to reply to some comments, but definitely not like I'm doing here. This is our show for us to be here, chat nicely. Wolverza played VR for the first time in arcades, traveled to play as many as I could, nice. At least 30 VR machines, all different control system, cool time, yeah. And I remember old Beat Saber machines. Right, I be going now, thanks for watching. Maybe I do show tomorrow if I got time, we see. I'm gonna try to do live streams daily, but I got no games to live stream yet, so maybe, I don't know, we see what info we've got tomorrow. Anyway, big shout out to all the patrons that is going down there at the bottom. Thank you very much for your support, and of course thanks to you for joining in the stream. And for today that will be it. I see you all later. Bye 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 bye.